Hello and welcome to a new chapter of the Gold Secrets. Today we are with this beautiful landscape on the Shadowmoon Valley area. Now, for those that you don't know, you want to take a portal from any of the capital cities into a place called Shatrath, which is just a city that is in here in Terrorcar Forest. And from there you can just fly to the right and then you will be in here in Shadowmoon Valley. So Shadowmoon Valley, in my opinion, it has some of the best rares in the game. One specifically that I'm gonna be showing you in a moment. The reason for that is that it has rares that they will drop multiple items. I mean, they have a small chance of dropping multiple items that they are really valuable. And one of it especially drops on glasses. And glasses are generally speaking an item that a lot of people are gonna be interested because it's quite generic. Like it's not very class specific, but rather something that you can put on really any character, right? So yeah, so the first boss that you're gonna be hunting for is gonna be this guy, the Colidus, the Warp Watcher. He's like a huge eye, he's very hard to miss. He's like 3 meter tall eye that goes around flying. Looks a bit spooky, and he just goes around these areas patrolling. In my case, I have had most of the success in this area. For some reason, I'm not exactly sure if I'm just like lucky on this area or is supposed to spawn here more often. But this is usually the first place I check, and then I go to this one, then I go to this one, right? But yeah, very hard to miss. Like he's very big, so yeah, very easy to find. So he has a chance of dropping any of these beholder eyes. There are a few appearances. There is like you can see these little like glasses. I mean, well, not really glasses, like a monocle rather, no? There's like an emerald one, then there's like a purple one. There is a red one that is not on the auction house at the moment, and there is also I think this is like a like this orange one, and there's like a purple one. There's like quite a few colors. All of them are really valuable. All of them are very expensive. Um, in my opinion, I would try selling these items for at least 20k. Because let me tell you one thing, like whoever is interested in this type of item, it will usually be able to pay that amount because first of all of these items are unique appearance. There's no other item on the game that it has any of these appearances, okay? So that alone makes them really valuable. And then you're gonna realize that like um, this is the type of item that people want for like many characters, so they find a lot of value in it, right? It's not just one item that is like, oh, okay, this is gonna be for like one character, this is gonna be for like my warlock, you know, or like my hunter or whatever. This is just for like everything, right? You just get it once and then you can apply it to every single character that you have. So it's really valuable item, really nice. Yeah. So that's Colidus. Then let's take a look at Krator. So Krator is like, well, it's appearing on these spots, you can see. There's different spots. He basically has a lot of boots. Let me show you in a moment. He has abyssal clothes. The blue ones, right? The footgraphs, these ones. You can see, I mean, they don't look amazing, but they don't look too bad either, right? Like these boots. So there is boots for like every type. He has abyssal cloth and he has abyssal leather. Abyssal leather threads. They have like some name, you know, like threads, like boots, whatever. You can find them like that, no? Abyssal cloth, abyssal leather, and then the blue item, the blue boots. This one looks really nice, the purple ones. Then we have the abyssal mail, which they are not on the auction house at the moment because this is like different item that has nothing to do. This is like a green item. And then we have the abyssal plate boots. These ones, you want to go for the blue ones. These like purple ones, they are not the ones that we're looking for. These are like completely different. We are looking for these ones, for the blue ones, right? They look nice. They look original. Nothing crazy, but looks relatively nice. So that's for the Krator. And then we have this guy, the Ambassador Jericho, which is basically kind of the same as with the boots, but it's for different type of greased items, right? So I'm just gonna show you. They do have different names, but they are all Illidari. Like they all start with Illidari. So the first one is Illidari Bracers. Let's take a look. Looks really nice, no? Looks quite original. I would like this on a Pandarian character. You know, looks like some sort of Asian style. Really nice. Then we have the, what is it? Yeah, the bindings. The bindings, you can see, they look pretty similar. They look a bit worse, I think, than the ones we saw. The other ones, there is the grease wars. As I'm saying, all of these items, they are greased. They just don't have, like this one is greased but on the name, but like all of them they are. Okay, this one might be a bit more valuable than the others, generally speaking. The reason is that it's a unique appearance, unlike the others. The others are, like, there are not that many items with the appearance, but there are a few others, and this one is just, you have to get this one specifically, right? Looks really nice. Looks really nice look. And then we have the last one, which is the Van Braces. Van Braces. Which, by the way, I just seeing here, this one is also a unique appearance, right? This one, in my opinion, I think it looks even better. And yeah. So first of all, I wanna make sure you make this right, okay? Whenever you're farming any of these things, any of these transmog items, you wanna be aware that the prices are very relative. Meaning, there are items that are usually going for like 10k, for like 1k gold, right? You can easily sell them for 10k gold or even 20k gold, and this is nothing crazy. Like, very simple reason. Whoever is interested on buying those, he's gonna be fine paying 10k, 20k. 10k to 20k for like the average guy is really not a lot if he's interested into building a full transmog set, because whoever is interested in building a full transmog set knows that he's gonna have to spend a bit of gold on like quite different items. And you know, think about it, like, whoever wants to have a full transmog set that he might be using for like months, right? If it's really nice and he's happy with it or whatever, um, he might spend like what? He might spend like 500,000, let's just say 500,000 gold, right? Which is relatively reasonable for like all the items. It could be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. None of these count because these don't give appearance. So this is like 10 items, no? That would be like what? That would be like 50k per item, right? It doesn't really look crazy if you think about it. No, it's relatively small because you can make 500,000. I mean, you can make it in many ways, but like, you can make it in like a week, for example, relatively easy. It's not crazy impossible, right? I mean, depending, of course, of the amount of hours that you play, but like 1-2 weeks is very possible, right? Um, and a transmog set, it's basically forever, although they will eventually get tired of it, right? But even then, they usually still keep some of the items, right? Like, for example, the glasses, you can put them into many transmog sets, which make them really valuable. So you want to be respectful of your time when you sell these items, because I see that some people make the mistake of selling them like really cheap, right? Like, there's people selling for like 8k, there's 70k. You want to find some in between, right? I think anything below 10k is just like, you're gonna sell it for 10k. Anybody has 10k today if they want an item, 100%. And if they don't have it instantly, they know how to make 10k. Like, 10k is relatively easy to make, right? Then after 50k, I think that's where things get really tricky, because you are at that point, you are looking for people that have a lot of gold, right? That's not gonna be that easy, right? So I think the great point is between uh, 10 and 50k. I mean, this is just a very generic recommendation. It varies a lot. The glasses, I would sell them from up to 100k, because I think they are very special item, can be reused for a lot of transmog sets. But yeah, definitely I would never sell this below 10k. Not even on a high population realm. Like, I would always this like 20, 30k. Don't get nervous if they don't sell. They are gonna take a long time to sell, as any old content transmog item. It's just the way it works. And a lot of people panic. They tend to like lower the price, and it's just like, it's not gonna change. People won't buy this if you put it relatively cheap. And if you're selling it like extremely cheap, what is gonna happen is that some guy is gonna buy it just for reselling it, right? Which is not really a good idea, because you're like, he's basically spending like 1 minute of his time, and you're spending like maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, no? Just coming here, finding the mobs and killing them, right? So you're gonna take this in consideration. Make sure to sell everything at least above 10k. And this is, I'm speaking specifically about high population realms because they are very highly populated, so there's a lot of competition. But if you're on a mid population realm, I'm not gonna talk about low population ones because those almost never sell. But if you're on the mid ones, I would easily set this for like 50k. Yeah, that's a minimum price. Because when you get one of those sales, it's like if you were selling, 5 of them, of course, that they are 10k, right? So yeah. So general recommendation, high population realm, you sell from 10 to 50k, somewhere around that, 20, 30k range, probably the best. And if you're on like mid population realm, as there are less competition and people usually, in general, they will see higher prices on basically everything, then I would sell from between 30 and 50k, At least this type of farm. Of course, every item is like different, every area is different. The drop chance of the mobs, a lot of things are involved, but like talking specifically about this one, I think those are like good example of prices, no? And this is just my recommendation, you just can try different things and see by yourself and you can experiment a bit and see. But yeah, that's pretty much the entire video. So I hope you find this video useful and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good day. Bye bye.